Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about Hero 27 and just pure speculation. But Jeff Kaplan did give us a pretty good hint, which he said they've hinted at the hero before. I have a hint right here. Global hacking spree. Now this has been there for a while and I've noticed this when I've practiced wall running with Lucio. But I just wanted to say, with Sombra getting changed, I heard about, is it possible they're going to bring in the hacker that teamed up with Zarya in her comic? Everyone's speculation. For me, I can't think of his name or the Onyx name. I'm just going to say his because it was more of a male design body. I can't think of their name, but I do remember it being a hacker, and it can possibly show Zarya's storyline a bit more about how not all Onyx are bad. You could eventually do something with her and Zenyatta then. I think this has a great job at developing Zarya's story arc to the maximum potential it's got. And what a great way to put that hero in the game. Now we're going to go along here a bit. We're going to skip forward 30 seconds. And here we go. Here is my other speculation, and it's on Sven. If you don't know who Sven is, he was in the Torbjorn comic. He is kind of a bad guy. He's also kind of not a bad guy. With what he's doing is he is trying to save the world in his own way, like a talent agent, kind of like Doomfist is doing, kind of like how, I don't know what Reaper's doing, but Moira, how she is trying to expand her scientific knowledge. Talent's best area. He wants to save humanity. He doesn't have the best ways to do it, but Talon fits his agenda. He could possibly be a tank with something he could build, or he could be a defensive hero. We can see he's got a gun. We don't know how much damage it could do. He could even possibly be a builder support like Symmetra, or even like his fellow buddy Torbjorn right there. Sven, he has got some interesting potential, and he'll probably eventually be a hero. We just don't know when he'll be in the game. As we are going to continue on to the next phase, we have got three prime people right here. We have Maximilian, Sanjay, and this in the background. To be honest, I don't know what to call it. I'm just going to say a mech. It's a mech in the background. We look at this here. This is from the Moira origin story. Sanjay has been involved in a comic before. He has been involved in the Symmetra comic. Symmetra was going to him. I think he was her boss. I have not read the Symmetra comic fully. To be honest, I've heard about it, and I know what she does, but I haven't heard it fully. So I don't know his full backstory, but I do know he's been involved in the Doomfist comic, which they hinted at Moira he was hidden in. I think they could be possibly hinting at him. But he's a bit more frontline center. I'm not fully sold on him yet. Maximilian, talk about a guy who's been frontline center. There was a leak last year, midway through 2017. Now he's looks like he could be it. He's got potentially a mech back there to control. Because I remember they said that he would control smaller robots. Maybe Blizzard decided to up the ante and make it a bigger robot. But we don't know fully yet. He's also a bit too front-center for me with the word hint. I do think he'll eventually involve this with the new hero, but we'll get to that in a little bit. As we're just going to go forward here. And now we have Hammond. Who doesn't forget Hammond? Hammond was speculated to be a hero drop at the same time as Horizon Lunar Colony, but we did not get him. Instead, we had Doomfist after him, which would have been kind of cool if Hammond was the Doomfist. Not going to lie, that would have been kind of awesome. Based off how Winston's kind of been around the Doomfist gauntlet, it would have made sense if his arch rival got it. But we don't even know if Hammond's his arch rival. It could have been his best friend. That's not Dr. Winston. Overall, I do think he does bring some potential to the table because we don't know anything about him. All we know is that he grew up on the moon like Winston. That's all we know, and it's intriguing to everyone. Because we all see these are tracked. Simon, Dyson, Calvin, Suzanne, IPT, I'm not going to even say that, Maria, whatever, and Ellie. We got Hammond and Winston not found. We got this, the Observatory, which I don't believe is a part of the map. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it's part of the map. Potentially, do we see him drop along with the Elimination Horizon Lunar Colony? like the Black Forest is part of Eichenwald. Maybe they have something planned with how huge they've designed this to be. But Hammond, of course, brings an interesting topic to the table. He wasn't solely front and center. This is all we've ever gotten on Hammond. This is everything we have. And we've completely forgot about him. This is a glorified hit. And Hammond, who knows, maybe he is grown up. Maybe he's as big as Winston. Or maybe he's the complete opposite of Winston. We don't know yet. I would expect him to be a smart guy like Winston, but doesn't mean he's not going to do it in a different way. Maybe he's going to be part of Talon. Maybe he's going to be best friends with Winston. We will find out in due time if he is the next hero. And here we go. Here's the biggest speculation. We have an actual date right here. That's why I wanted to save this for last. We have a date right here. 03-20, which is March 20th. And you can see me. I'm a bit looking around here. And I'm going to go over to where we have some posters. Now, right here, we have 3 posters that I have a high feeling on because they are never been mentioned about possible heroes. We do have that Talon mech, but let's just stick on Junkertown. This is the Queen. Everyone thinks she's going to be the next hero because they have a voice actor for the map. I would not say the Queen's going to be the next hero. I think she's the least likely. She's been front and center the most with Maximilian. I do think we have these 3 possible heroes right here, which I'm going to take a time to talk about. We have the Bludger, who we don't know anything on. The Wrecking Ball, again, don't know anything on. And the Kelvin 506, don't know anything on. What are they all driving or operating? Mechs. What was in the background of Talon, which we're going to go back to real fast? A mech right there. I fully believe all the signs are pointing at this being the next hero. It could be Hammond, so Hammond could be in the mech. But no one has ever, it's not even we completely forgot about them. No one has ever talked about any of these posters being a possible hero. It's always been about the Junkertown Queen. Why not look at these? They're hinted at. No one talks about them. They are so quietly hidden that it's obvious they have some backstory. Why else would Blizzard put these 3 together along with the Junkertown Queen up there? It shows that they think these 3 can eventually be heroes. Why not start them off now? I do think that every person on this list will be a hero at some point in Overwatch. Maybe the Junkertown Queen will be the last one. I would say the most hype around is between Junkertown Queen and Maximilian. But I would cross those 2 off because they're way too obvious. Like Doomfist, they waited for the 25th hero. Maximilian or the Junkertown Queen will not be released till the 30th hero, I believe, because they're going to build hype around it. Because each time we're about ready to have a new hero announced, it builds up hype. Everything is going. And then some people don't get what they want, and they get angry. And Blizzard knows this. I'm sure Blizzard's read a lot of mean tweets about this, but they get angry. So what do? They play the new hero, and they don't have high expectations for it. They fall in love with the new hero. That's why Doomfist is not played much, because there was so much hype built around him, I believe, that when he came out, it was kind of a dud. He really wasn't the perfect player to be in every game. He doesn't fit a lot of comps. He does not. He's pretty much dive, and maybe he can protect a Mercy if dive's getting run against them. But that's it. There was so much hype built around Doomfist that it fell flat. But Blizzard also knows that the more they build up the hype, if you can have 4 heroes hit and 1 misses, that is a great win. That's a 4-1 Martian. That is great. So I believe we are going to get a hero from Junkertown, and it's going to be one of these 3. They're going to be in the mech. But I would also say Hammond is extremely likely if I can get back to him. I would say Hammond is right up there. I right now have Junkertown Unknowns as 1A and Hammond as 1B. but I overall do think it'll be pretty close. But if you do have some disagreements, please tell me in the comment section. And if you did like this video, please hit that like button. Your support means a lot. And if you're new to the channel, why not hit the subscribe button? You get to listen to me talk about all these stupid ideas that I have in my head. And who doesn't want to hear that? But as always, peace, y'all.